Hi there, my name is Peter. I've worked in the creative departments of advertising agencies all my life. So I'm going to try and bring some of my knowledge to you. So if you're a small business owner and you want to make your marketing better, then hopefully I can give you some advice. In fact, if you'll see my email address below, and if you email me with an attachment of your advertising, whether it's your brochure, your leaflet, your press advertisement, your web page, what the heck, and you want it to read better, to look better, but more importantly, to sell better, then I'll help you do it on here. I mean, I'll rip it apart. I'm sorry to say this, but I've got to rip it apart in order to put it back together again more effectively so you get more sales. Well, to start us off, I'm going to rip apart some press advertisements that I've seen from some very big companies that could be done so much better. Well, first of all, let's look at this one, Boots number 7. Now, you might not be able to see that very well, so what I will do is fold the page in half and hold it up again. With a bit of luck, you can see it a bit better. There we go. Now then, you will see at the top it says save £10 when you spend £20 on number 7 at Boots. Yeah, okay, fine. And then you've got small print and you've got some shots of the products concerned. You've got to look into the small print to see that it is a time limited offer. And you will see also essentially it's half price. So why don't they say so more punctually and more effectively like this? Half price for 10 days only. I don't know if you can see that. I'll move it a bit closer to the screen. Half price for 10 days only. And instead of showing a whole bunch of products, just show one of the products. Because the idea is that you cut out this advertisement, trot along to your local Boots and redeem it. In other words, you get a number 7 product for half price for 10 days only. So what I've done here to demonstrate that you've got to cut it out and take it is put a dotted line, a cut line around the edge with a pair of scissors at the top. And the text, well, that explains the whole thing in detail. And then at the bottom here, got the Boots logo and a scan bar, which they will do at the shop in order to get your money off and redeem the whole thing for you. So to me, there's got to be a better way to do it. Tell them what it is, it's half price. Tell them it's 10 days only. Feature one product only so you don't get a whole bunch of confusion. Keep the text short, straight and to the point. Boots logo at the bottom. Now let's look at the next one. This is for Saga Holidays and it's a double page spread. Again, whether you can see that, I do not know. No, you can't. I'll move it back. Well, that's about as interesting as a bus timetable. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It features 4 holidays and, as I say, Dulles Ditchwater. What would I have done? Well, I would have done as follows. They don't mention it's a sailing. Well, they do mention it, but it's very small. They're 4 sailing holidays that they're promoting. Oh, and by the way, it says at the top, SALE, S-A-L-E. Well, the obvious thing to me is this. Save and sail. Or sail and save as I've got it. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, illustrate the where you're going, the holidays, and slap a nice, exciting boat right in the middle. So you brought the whole thing to life. You turned it from a boring bus timetable into something that's rather interesting. And then at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can have text to give you terms and conditions and the details of the holidays. How difficult is that? Not a lot. And finally, we've got a good one here. Well, relatively good. We've got a little advertisement for landlords who want to sell their property quickly for cash. I'll move it a bit closer so you can see it a bit better. Well, that's not a bad ad. I would have just changed the headline. Oh, and I would, instead of two people staring outwards, I would have had them looking at each other, looking pleased, maybe a quick cuddle, maybe a thumbs up, but looking a bit excited, looking at each other rather than looking out boringly. And the headline I would have had, can you see that? Whoa, can you see that? Landlords sell for immediate cash. Very simple, rather better than this long headline. And the important thing is you can pump up the size of that headline, which is rather small at the moment. You kind of need to grab people, hit them in the face with the headline. So that is it. Now, if you want to send me your promotional literature, I'll have a talk about it on my next video, which hopefully will be in a few days' time. So if you want to click subscribe, then you won't miss my next video when it comes out because you'll get a notification. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Well, that is it for now. Speak to you next time. Bye-bye.